And also with us in studio is Assaf, the Director of Education at Unite Ed. Can you tell us a little bit about the project and how it is assisting educators at the moment?
So good morning and thank you for having me. Unite Ed is a joint initiative of the Ministry for Diaspora Affairs and Herzog College, and our goal is to strengthen Jewish day schools around the world. We work in South America, Central America, North America, Europe, Australia, and South Africa. Usually, what we do is teacher training, we do educational development, and we do things that you do with educators. Now, in this horrific war, I want to stress, I think that the people in this studio know that this is affecting the Jewish people as a whole. That means that in the first week, educators had to deal with every Jewish family, and I think that every Jewish family is connected to Israel somehow, with boys whose fathers left and went to Israel to join the reserves, with cousins that may have been kidnapped or hurt or murdered, or simply they don't know what's happening. And those boys, girls, families came to their community, came to their schools, and they needed help. So in the first 2 weeks, in the first week, what we did was really an emphasis, first of all, on accurate information. I think something, again, that you can understand in this context, to really try and supply updated, verified information to educators with everything that was going on around there, and also supply them with emotional tools. Unfortunately, in Israel, we're very much skilled and experienced in how to deal with young persons during these times of stress. So we cooperated with Natal, an Israeli NGO, translated their materials and put them out. And now we're working very hard on having webinars on several issues with leaders, educators, and families from around the world on addressing their day-to-day needs. Because the second effect this war is having on the Jewish people is the anti-Semitic backlash. We've already seen just now a few videos and references, and it is, since the second week, has been starting to rear its ugly head, and so we are also preparing responses and materials to that.
As you mentioned, obviously this affecting Jews all over the world, because Israel and de facto its majority Jewish population, as well as Jews all over the world, are less than 1% of the world's population. It's tiny and it's very interconnected. And what we're also seeing is the widespread sharing of social media, in particular videos, which on the one hand is great because the world needs to be able to see the atrocities. But on the other hand, as you mentioned, this is psychological warfare that is affecting Jews around the world. Where do we draw the line between the need to get these videos out versus the detrimentalness of actually watching these horrors online, in particular with children?
I think that's a very, very good and pertinent question. I'll say that I think with children, I would say elementary school children, I would say the line is try and not have access to as little of these materials as come. They are horrific, they are horrible. They will not help you explain to your children the atrocities that happened. And they can lead to secondary trauma. They can actually lead to psychological trauma. Now, there are materials that are out there that are better. We're also working on actually video materials for elementary school children, where we try and explain with words what happened and not with the graphics that are shown.